Hello and welcome to another episode of Shot or Shot. I'm Jim Hanna.
And I'm Jay Lund.
And this is the series where we drive around the city of Los Angeles visiting notable locations. These locations are notable for one of three reasons. It is either a famous Hollywood filming location, an infamous Hollywood murder scene, or it is both. Jay, you ready to get started?
I'm so ready. I'm the right person for the job.
Yay! And here we go. We are approaching our next location.
Is this what we're looking at right here?
We are looking at this greenhouse. Let's get out and take a closer look. And this is it, our next location, this green home. I'll get it from the side, see if that helps with context for anybody. Jay having a look, looking for the clues that probably aren't there. He either knows this or he doesn't. Jay? You feel very confident about this one.
I'm not confident at all on this one.
And it's time. Jay, a nondescript building in West Los Angeles. Famous Hollywood filming location, infamous Hollywood murder scene, or both?
I'm going to go with just one, and it's murder.
You think the murder happened here?
Yes.
Jay, a murder did happen here.
Oh, thank God.
But it's actually both.
What?
This is the murder scene of Playboy's Playmate of the Year 1980, Dorothy Stratton.
Wow.
Jay, did you ever see the movie Star 80 in the 80s?
I did. Yes, I did.
That was the story of her murder.
Oh.
And after I provide a little backstory, I'll tell you why this is both. Playboy Playmate of the Year for 1980, Dorothy Hoog Stratton was born in 1960 in Vancouver. In 1977, she was discovered in a Canadian Dairy Queen by club promoter and alleged pimp Paul Snider. They soon began dating, and Paul arranged to take professional nude photos of Dorothy, which he submitted to Playboy. Hugh Hefner liked the photos, and after a whirlwind, Dorothy relocated to Los Angeles, shortened her surname to Stratton, and was named Playmate of the Month in August of 1979. Hefner also managed to get her acting career going, and a series of bit parts ensued. Snider, to whom she was now married, began to spiral as he lost control of his meal ticket. In 1980, Stratton began filming a movie with big-time director and even bigger creep Peter Bogdanovich, and they quickly began an affair. Note, Bogdanovich was 41 at the time, and Stratton was 20.
Age is just a number.
Jay.
Maybe she was just an old soul.
Oh, Jay, stop. She eventually asked Snider for a divorce, which he did not take well at all. On August 14th, 1980, Paul convinced her to meet at this house in West LA to discuss their separation. He then shot her and took his own life. Especially unsettling fact. A bereft Bogdanovich eventually found comfort in Dorothy's younger sister Louise, and he married her in 1988 when he was 49 and she was 20.
All right, that's getting a little gross.
Yeah. So the reason this is both, Jay, is not only did the murder-suicide happen here, but later for the movie Star 80, they filmed the scene of her murder in the bedroom where she was murdered, used the actual bedroom.
What?
Yeah, pretty grim.
Why would people do that?
You'd think you could just build a set that looks like a bedroom, but
Be easier. Lighting would be easier. Sound would be
I wouldn't
better.
want to be on that set. Like, this is where it happened?
No, lay down right here. This is where she was.
That'd be awful.
Yuck.
Also funny to note that that was the movie that Eric Roberts, who starred as her boyfriend, Paul Snider, thought might make him a star, because it's a few years before Julia broke out. So poor Eric, he was not the most successful Roberts sibling in the business.
I actually was in a movie with Eric Roberts years ago.
Name dropper.
Well, we are actors.
Yes,
Believe it or not, we are actors. Best Thanksgiving ever. And yeah, he was there. Nice guy.
So were you actually in the scene with him, or?
No, I was in the scene, but I wasn't actually. We didn't converse in the scene.
So Jay has sort of worked with Eric Roberts.
Whatever, you know.
Hey, I want to make a quick note. We're not visiting these murder scenes as a celebration or to mock them. In fact, the Dorothy Stratton case is especially sad and tragic to me. She had her whole life ahead of her and just shitty men around her doing shitty things. It's heartbreaking to think that she had such a bright future ahead of her and just crappy men around her ruined that for her.
Yeah, this is a tough one. This is kind of a bummer. Are they all going to be bummers, you know?
Well, unless we, like, is there something where someone is murdered that we all go, yeah, that person was murdered?
I can think of a couple.
Okay, we're on to the next location.
All right.
And here we are. Jay's off having a look around. I wanted to give you, the viewers, a look around. Not really a building, but still a location. It is, as you might be able to tell, a baseball diamond. Let's see what Jay's thinking. Detective Jay doing his work.
All right.
Would looking around more help, or do you think you're ready to go on the back to the car and make a guess?
Yeah, I've got two guesses. I'm trying to narrow it down to the one I think it is.
This is some new fencing from when this location became notable, but the orientation of this baseball field is the same, and the houses behind the field are the same as whenever this notable location became notable. So I'm ready to ask you to make your guess. Famous filming location, infamous murder scene, or both?
Well, both is always going to be lingering around because I'm not going to know, even if I knew one.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just going to go with film location.
You think this is exclusively a Hollywood film location?
I do.
It is indeed just a Hollywood film location. No, as far as we know, again, I always do this caveat, as far as we know, no one has been murdered at this location. Or if they have, it wasn't enough to be notable.
And if this doesn't go faster, there will be a murder.
What notable Hollywood project was filmed at this location?
I'm going to go with the Bad News Bears.
Jay's 100% right!
I got one!
The single greatest movie in the history of world cinema, The Bad News Bears. The 1976 version with Walter Matthau, not that Crime Against God with Billy Bob Thornton.
Actually, Billy Bob Thornton wasn't that bad in the remake. It wasn't as good as the original. The first one...
An adorable team of scrappy, slightly racist ragamuffins with future drinking problems. The Bears are coached by washed-up minor leaguer Morris Buttermaker. The team is terrible and rudely mocked to their faces by even the adults around them until Buttermaker begins coaching in earnest. He brings in two ringers, the daughter of an ex-girlfriend, Amanda, who is a pitching prodigy, and Kelly Leak, the delinquent who lurks around the park smoking and riding a motorcycle so you just know he's a bad kid. The team gains confidence and begins winning, eventually making it to the championship game where they lose in heartbreaking fashion to those jerks from the Yankees. And yes, that's a spoiler, but come on, it's been 49 years. Annoying fact, this field is at Mason Park in Chatsworth. But if you Google Bad News Bears Field, it will lead you to this imposter in West LA, the field where screenwriter Bill Lawrence played as a kid. It is not the field where the movie was filmed, so if you go looking for this location, skip this sick pretender.
Who do you think did more research for this, you or me?
I did. I'm not proud of it, though, yeah. Jay. I spent too much time being fascinated by these things. I mean, if there had been a murder here to boot,
wow. Kelly Leak. What if Kelly Leak got murdered here?
Oh, Nirvana.
Wow.
Nope. Kelly Leak is alive and well. We hope you stay that way. Okay, Jay, here we are in Beverly Hills. Oh, yeah. Lock your doors. Roll your windows up.
Do not feel safe here. That one right there?
810.
Okay.
Let's go take a look. And here it is. Jay, probably about to get arrested. And please excuse the leaf blower. Jay, here we are, this lovely mansion.
You know, I had a great thought, and then this doesn't look right. I don't know.
Well, that's the house. And Jay is kerfuffled.
Yeah, I'm still gonna. I don't know. You should have gotten somebody else.
Jay, what do you think? You saw this big, beautiful mansion?
It is gorgeous.
Famous filming location? Infamous murder scene, or both?
I'm gonna say film location.
Jay, you are incorrect. It is not. As far as I know, nothing has ever been filmed here. It is, though, the location of an infamous Hollywood murder.
That was my next guess.
So now that you know it's a murder location, Jay, who do you think, just a guess, might have been murdered here?
Jeremy Piven.
Why Jeremy Piven?
I don't know.
First off, he's alive.
was hoping that one of these houses, that will be the right answer.
Jalen, not a fan of Jeremy Piven.
I am not.
But here is the person who was murdered in this house. Famous mobster Bugsy Siegel.
Oh, wow.
Benjamin Bugsy Siegel was a major mob figure who began his life of crime in New York with childhood friend Meyer Lansky. They ran minor protection rackets with a reputation for violence that impressed mobster Charles Lucky Luciano, who eventually brought him aboard his operation. When his work as a hitman eventually drew too much heat in the late 30s, he was sent to Los Angeles to handle the mob's gambling operations. This eventually led him to Las Vegas, where he was put in charge of building and running the Flamingo Hotel. The project went way over budget and once opened continued to burn through mob money. Eventually his former friends in the mafia turned on him and decided to kill him. On June 20th, 1947, Siegel was reading the newspaper on a couch in his girlfriend Virginia Hill's home when an unknown assailant sent a volley of bullets through a front window, killing him instantly. While technically unsolved, it is widely assumed this was a mob hit. Disgusting fact. A bullet blew one of his eyes clean out of the socket, allegedly being found intact on the floor attached to a chunk of his brow.
Honey, I'm over at your place. I'll be reading the newspaper. I'll keep an eye out for you.
P.S. This location is not both because in the movie about Siegel's life, Bugsy, this house in Hancock Park stood in for Virginia's death house. So now that you know it's a murder scene, what movie did you think might have been filmed here?
I was thinking Beverly Hills Cop. It didn't really look like the house, but I thought maybe they just redid the out front. I don't know. That was going to be my guess, though.
That's it for this episode of Shot or Shot. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, please give us a like or share. Come back soon for our next episode.